can't be on private property videotaping.
What's that sticker say on it?
Yeah, that's Department of Transportation.
Well, yeah, the state of Maryland put this here.
Yeah, well, this here is private property. This
Not where I'm standing, dude.
Yes, it is. You got an idea?
Leave. I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not trespassing.
Yeah, you're on private property, buddy.
This is a street sign.
Yeah, well, we're not.
It's public property.
You're trying to be nice with you and reason with you, but you want to be ignorant about it.
I don't want to be ignorant. I want my rights respected.
On October 27th, a YouTuber known as the Delaware Defender, whom we'll refer to as Michael, was filming on Nealson Street in Hurlock, Maryland. He was gathering footage for a documentary project on the societal impact of factory farming. While filming, he was approached by Officer Brandon Lee of the Hurlock Police Department, who had received a call about a person recording in the area.
Just getting some pictures. Yeah. I'm just working on a little news story.
Huh?
I'm just working on a little news story.
News story?
About the health and food industry and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
You working for a company or?
No, I'm just independent. Just trying to get my own thing going.
Okay. I just had someone call in saying you're just riding around with a camera, that's all.
I'm sure. I'm surprised. No one even came out, so I'm surprised. Usually they'll come out and harass me for a little bit before they call you guys.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm not giving any ID today.
No ID?
Nah, you're good, man.
All right.
Appreciate it, man. What was your name?
Officer Lee.
Lee? Thank you, sir.
Yep, stay safe, don't get hit by a car.
That's why I try to wear this vest, man. It helps some a little bit.
After a brief exchange, Officer Lee left the scene, but he returned just minutes later, this time accompanied by Corporal Jacob Garvey. It is important to note that according to later court records, the department had received a call specifically from an Amick Farms employee reporting a person filming on their private property.
What, did Lee not do a good enough job?
What's that?
Lee already responded out here.
You can't be on private property videotaping.
What's that sticker say on it?
Yeah, that's Department of Transportation.
Well, yeah, the state of Maryland put this here.
Yeah, well, this here is private property. This
Not where I'm standing, dude.
Yes, it is. You got an ID on you?
Let's go. Arrest me.
I'm telling you just to...
Arrest me. I'm not, because I'm not. This is a public street sign. Look at it. You're ridiculous. Lee was perfect. You just ruined it for you guys. You just ruined it. Garvey, you have a badge number?
Yeah, 0142.
Why did you ruin it?
You got an ID?
Lee, I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not trespassing.
Yeah, you're on private property, buddy.
This is a street sign.
Yeah, well, we're not playing
It's public property. I don't want to play it either. Arrest me.
I'm asking you for your identification.
Come on. I'm not going to resist you at all. I'm not giving it to you. I'll give it to you at the station. I want you to take it all the way. You think you're a bully? Then let's take it all the way.
I'm not a bully. I'm seeing what you're doing. You're on private property.
I already told Lee what I was doing.
Well, you told me.
I'm not on private property. You need to go look at the map.
Well, I'm telling you, you're on private property.
How do you know?
This is the road. That's the land. That's private property.
There's this thing called an easement, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have to walk in the street. I can walk here. That's why these signs are here.
Yeah. You're on private property. Videotape.
You hear this, dude? You were perfect. Why is he gonna ruin it for you guys?
He's not ruining nothing. You weren't on the property earlier. Now you are.
I was in the same exact spot.
Hey, you were down the street.
You know what this is?
What's that?
A street sign.
Uh-huh.
They can't put their street signs on Amick Farms property.
Okay.
So this cannot be Amick Farms property because there is a Maryland sign here.
Corporal Garvey arrives and informs Michael that he cannot record from private property. Michael counters, claiming he is standing in a public easement, one he believes is clearly marked by the surrounding signs. In Maryland, the public right-of-way typically extends well beyond the paved surface of the road. This right-of-way creates a public easement that can reach anywhere from 15 to 30 feet from the center line of the street. This standard is anchored in Maryland Code, Real Property Section 2 to 114, which states that any deed for land bordering a highway shall be construed to pass to the grantee all the right, title, and interest of the grantor to the center of the highway. This means that while a private entity may hold the underlying deed to the property, that ownership is statutorily burdened by the public's right to traverse the land. This means the easement often encompasses the very grassy areas that are technically private land. In this interaction, we can see the objective markers of that easement: utility poles and a Maryland Department of Transportation street sign. The law establishes these easements to accommodate public infrastructure and transit, meaning that even when a private entity owns the land, the public may still retain a legal right to occupy the space. This technical overlap is the source of the conflict in this interaction. The officer, relying on a history of private property enforcement at this site, believed the land was restricted. Meanwhile, Michael, relying on the record of the county maps, believed the land was public.
Come on, Garvey. I'm not going to give it to you. I'll go. That's fine.
You got anything on you?
Not really, no. Why are you going in my pockets?
I actually got anything on you, you said no.
What do you... I just told you. A strap.
So why are you making this difficult?
You're making it difficult. Lee was perfect. I'm not trespassing. You're ridiculous. I'll go to jail for it because you're full of shit.
Okay.
There's no way that this is their property. It has a sticker on it because Maryland owns it. They don't stick it on other people's property.
You need to call the plant manager out here and tell you that you're on his property?
Get the property lines. Right. He's got no idea. Why are you listening to them? You're the police.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know. Clearly, you have no idea.
The property.
I'm not on their property.
Buddy.
So you want me to stand in the street and get a ticket for...
Stand across the road.
That's their property too, then.
That's a public road right there. That's a road.
So is this.
You're not on the road. You're on the grass. That's
oh my God. You are ridiculous, Garvey. Right. You want me to go on the other side of the street?
And I'm going to ask you one more time for your name.
I'm not giving it. I'll move.
You have a lawful order to give me your name.
You asked me to leave. I'm going to leave.
I gave you a lawful order to give me your name. So what is your name?
Oh my God. I guess I'm going to jail today. That's fine.
What is your name?
I'm going to jail. It's fine. Let's go. I'm not giving it. I'm not trespassing. You can't arrest me for trespassing because I'm not trespassing. Come on, Garvey. There's a public easement. It's probably 33 feet from the center line of the road or 18.
One of those guys, are you?
Well, it's just facts. It's facts that there's an easement for people to walk down the street. It's facts. Do you think I'm on their property, Lee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you do something then?
Because you were down there at the end of the street. It wasn't their property down there. Now
how? They own the whole thing over there. They have the whole yard. I was ready.
You know their property lines too?
Well, I know where the easements are.
What's your name?
I just want to go to jail, man.
You want to go to jail?
I guess, yeah, because this is just getting bad. Because there's no way. There's no way that this is their property.
Yeah, it is their property.
How do they own up to the street? There's a gas line in the road. They own the gas line under the road?
Do you own a house?
What does it matter?
Do you own a house?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
Not to me, no. This has nothing to do with my house.
Your property line runs right to the road, does it? Does it or
but
doesn't
there's
it?
a sidewalk there that people are allowed to use.
It's a sidewalk. This isn't a sidewalk.
Well, there is no sidewalk. It's the same idea. Just because there isn't a paved piece of concrete here doesn't mean the same rules don't apply. I do this everywhere.
Before we get back to the interaction, I want to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Most of us will have an encounter with law enforcement at some point, and in those moments, not knowing the law can be the difference between going home or being arrested. My goal is to make sure you have the knowledge to handle those situations with confidence and defend your own rights. We spend hours researching statutes, court rulings, and police manuals so that we can give you the information you need to stay safe when it matters most. By subscribing, you're supporting a channel built on transparency and the belief that every citizen should be their own best defense. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to look at the law and hold the system accountable here at the Judicial Audit. Thank you for being here. Now let's get back to the video.
So you really want it? You want to take me for trespassing now?
If I wanted to take you for trespassing, I'd take you. I'm asking
so
you
then what are you doing? So you're going to take me for failure to ID?
Yeah.
Well, what law am I breaking?
Failure to obey a lawful order. I've told you to give me your name.
Maryland is not a stop and ID state, Garvey. You have to accuse me of a crime. That's the Fourth Amendment, just flat out.
One, you're trespassing.
I'm not. You just said I'm not trespassing.
No, I said I'm not locking you up right now for trespassing. Because I'm trying to be easy with you here.
I just want to take my pictures and go. I'm not trying to trespass. I'm not trying to do anything. Yeah, I'm working on a news story. Have you ever heard of free press?
Yeah, I've heard of free press.
Bang, thank you. That helps me out a lot if this gets ugly.
No, I'm sitting here trying to be nice with you and reason with you, but you want to be ignorant about it.
I don't want to be ignorant. I want my rights respected. I'm out here, huh?
Yeah, you are.
You're trying to get my ID and violate my Fourth Amendment.
I have every reason. I have a lawful reason to identify you. You're on private property.
I wasn't. Then let's go for trespassing.
All right, well, turn around.
Oh my God, Garvey.
So you gonna give me your name now or not?
Well, let's wait till we get in there. Let's see your supervisor says something about this.
Supervisor.
You're the supervisor. Yeah, I guess I will then.
Corporal Garvey arrests Michael for what he later documented in his official report as criminal trespassing and the failure to obey a lawful order. Under Maryland criminal law, sections 6 to 403, a conviction for wanton trespass requires that a person be duly notified to leave by the owner or an authorized agent. In the criminal court, Sergeant Garvey admitted that no employee of Amick Farms had personally approached the auditor to request his removal before he was arrested. This brings us to the second charge charge: the failure to obey a lawful order under Maryland Criminal Law, Section 10 to 201. The order for the auditor to provide identification was a branch explicitly predicated on the pillar of the trespassing investigation. Because the underlying trespassing claim was a legal void lacking both a direct request from the owner, the subsequent order to provide identification was stripped of its statutory foundation. Furthermore, unlike many other jurisdictions, Maryland is not a stop and identify state for pedestrians. There is no general statute that compels a citizen to surrender their identity unless a specific crime is being investigated with reasonable articulable suspicion. These charges lack the necessary pillars to stand.
We can just walk. I'm fine with walking.
No, we're not walking.
It's right there. I can see it.
Yeah, well, we're not walking. If we get hit by a car, then there you go trying to sue us again. So we're gonna put you in the car.
You were so cool. I was giving you guys a pass.
Giving us a pass, huh?
Well, yeah, you guys were great. You came out here, responded to their call for crybaby call for someone taking pictures. You came out, addressed the situation, and left. I didn't want to give you my name, and you were perfectly fine with it. That was perfect. Textbook police work. No laws being broken. You don't do anything. You address the situation and get out. But for some reason, Garvey had it out for me.
Following the incident, Michael stood trial on November 3rd, 2021, in the District Court of Maryland for Dorchester County. He faced charges of criminal trespassing and failure to obey a lawful order. Because the officers, rather than the property owners, were the sole initiators of the trespass warning, the judge delivered a not guilty verdict. The additional charge of failing to obey a lawful order was also dropped, as the court determined the underlying command lacked a valid legal basis. Following his acquittal in criminal court, Michael filed a federal civil rights lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983. The case alleged violations of his First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights, specifically citing false arrest and retaliation for filming. On September 1st, Judge Lydia K. Grigsby issued a memorandum opinion granting summary judgment in favor of the officers. The court ruled that despite the not guilty verdict in the criminal trial, the officers possessed probable cause for the arrest at the time it occurred. The judge found that because the officers responded to a specific dispatch call from Amick Farms staff reporting a trespasser, their belief that a crime was occurring was objectively reasonable under the Fourth Amendment. The judge determined that an officer's reasonable mistake of fact regarding a property line does not constitute a Fourth Amendment violation. With the audit complete, we now move to the final verdicts. We will perform an autopsy of both the auditor and the officer based on the established law. We begin with the auditor's verdict for Michael. Under the pillar of preparation, Michael receives a grade of excellent. He utilized official Dorchester County GIS maps to lock in a factual foundation of public easement before filming. This pre-interaction due diligence is the gold standard for constitutional defense. For his conduct on the scene, the grade is arguable. While his refusal to identify was a protected exercise of rights, his confrontational tone served as the trigger for the officer's escalation. Finally, for statutory knowledge, his grade is superior. He correctly identified visual easement markers, the utility poles, and DOT sign. Final auditor status, lawfully positioned. Next, we move to the officer's verdict for Corporal Garvey. For his initial approach, the grade is lawfully executed. He responded to a specific dispatch call from Amick Farms staff, which provided the necessary Fourth Amendment pillar for an investigation. For statutory application, the grade is statutory failure. He executed a trespassing arrest without a direct request from an owner or agent, violating the specific agency requirements of Maryland Section 6 to 403. Finally, for constitutional execution, his grade is constitutionally arguable. The federal court ruled that while he was legally wrong about the easement, his mistake was objectively reasonable, allowing him to retain his qualified immunity. Final officer status, statutory collapse, civil immunity. If you found value in this video, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode.